friends, welcome back to Listen Bree. Today we have a fun video planned for December, but also I think you can use these ideas any time of year. And so our video is a Christmas blessing list. And so we've each made a list of different ways that either we've done as a family, as kids, or we think would be a really great way to reach beyond ourselves this Christmas and to share the love of Jesus in very different ways, you know? So we have a bunch of random lists. We didn't compare notes.
Right,
but
we do not know what each other have.
Nope. And so it's going to be a fun video. Comment down below your favorite ways to bless others this Christmas.
Yes.
And hopefully you get some ideas from us too.
Okay. All right. Number one. Let's just start at the top. Buy a friend coffee, and this is a surprise. So surprise a friend with coffee.
Yes.
That would be a great way to be a blessing.
That is one of the biggest blessings.
Yeah, when I try and make like a list like this or think about how to be a blessing, I just think like, what would I want somebody to do for me?
It's very sweet.
Bring me coffee.
All right. Number 2, write a note for someone lonely at Christmas. So this could be maybe someone who doesn't have a lot of family or anyone. Just an encouraging note and just a sweet note that you're caring for them and that you hope they have a good Christmas.
Very neat. Number 3, this one I think a lot of people maybe do, but maybe that's just us. I don't know. But visit a nursing home or some sort of community like that. I think that's one of the biggest things I remember doing was like every single Christmas
year.
we would
Multiple
go caroling
times.
at a nursing home. Yes, probably a couple times, maybe a couple different places even. So even if you don't want to sing, you can just go and like be cheerful with people. They're always like wandering around and they love talking to people and seeing visitors. If you play an instrument, you can play for them. You know, whatever you're gifted at. If it's talking, talk to them.
Yeah,
they love
for sure. I definitely had that one written down. That's one of my favorite Christmas memories. And we always did it either with friends or just our family.
Yes.
We went around, we caroled, we all play piano, so we'd do like our piano recital pieces, which is so fun. I also wrote a bonus note. I said, number 4, we could give cards or crafts to the elderly there. As kids, we would spend hours coloring random like nativity scenes and like Christmas trees, and then we'd pass them out to anyone we saw until we run out. And so that's always, even, you know, we still love to color, so that's still a fun idea.
So fun. Number 5, some kind of like you said about a note for a lonely person. This is a different kind of note. Mini notes or even thank you notes, might be thank you notes, or encouraging notes for family. So you can like stick them in their room, stick them on their meal, mail them to them if they're out of the house. But just like little encouraging things. I think that's super fun.
Yeah, for sure. Number 6. So, our family, my mom was really intentional about reaching out to the widows and widowers in our church. And so most Christmases we'd have a list of like 5 or 6, and we would pick a way that we could bless them like that Christmas. So one year we did like fruit baskets for all of them, and we wrote them each a note, and just like normally we delivered them, and so we could spend time with them or sing with them. If we're going to add a second one, number 7 would be gift boxes. That was really fun too. We'd give them like a box, like a photo box, like the cute ones. And then we'd put things we made in there. We'd put cards in there. We'd put like a loaf of like mini bread in there. That was just so special. And like you could tell they didn't get a lot of attention, especially at Christmas. And so like just a random family they barely knew, giving them this love, like it was really cool to see how much it meant to them.
Yeah. Number 8 is to find a homeless person, or maybe you don't even find them first, but buy a meal at a fast food place or food at a grocery store and find a homeless person to give it to. I know some people don't like to give them money because you don't know what they're going to spend it on. I get that. So why not just go the extra effort and actually buy them the food and hand it to them?
Yeah. I know something our mom's done. She's like, hey, it's really cold out here. We're going to Walmart. Like, we're going to get some groceries. What would you like? And is there anything we can help keep you warm or like help you enjoy this Christmas? And so that's just really cool too. Like reaching out, seeing what they actually would like, because at that point they're probably not getting what they want most of the time. They just get what they have to have.
That's true.
And so that's an extra way, if you feel comfortable, to reach out that way.
Yep.
All right, number 9, serve in a food pantry and or donate to a shelter. We did this 1 or 2 Christmases, and it was really cool. There's a local food pantry, and every week they pass out so much food, and they need volunteers to help, like, it goes smoothly, and everyone gets the right amount. And so we would just stand there, what was it, a couple hours? It was 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we just, like, stood at our station, and we, like, pass them out, and we were, like, trying to be cheerful and all that. It was really cool. And it was very enlightening how, like, these people were so thankful for what they had, what they were given. So it was really neat.
Yeah, and I know a lot of opportunities like that are either closed to outside people or at least different than it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
But there are still opportunities out there. We've been looking into a couple. I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
But just look into them, see what's happening. It's a really good opportunity.
For sure.
Okay, number 10 would be to donate to a toy drive or pack shoe boxes. That's almost
10 and
2.
11.
That's 10 and 11 right there, right? I remember even sometimes we would clean before Christmas and we would find like brand new toys.
Yeah.
And we're like, we don't need those toys.
Yeah.
So that's the best. If you have toys, donate to them.
Yeah.
Or go out and buy toys. Or 11, pack shoe boxes with Samaritan's
so cool.
Purse. Yes, that was literally a highlight
Of my childhood.
Yes,
it
was
so fun.
It was.
Even right now in college, we're still doing this big fundraiser to raise money for shoe boxes. So it's not just for kids. Like, we did it mainly when we were like 12 and under, at least for us. And then like right now we're still doing this, and it's so cool. Like, just donating 12 things of toothpaste. Like, so either you can do it yourself and like get each thing, or maybe gather a group and see like who can pitch in where, and then have like a packing party. Like,
that would be so fun.
Yeah. Number 12. So this one, we'll say 12 to 14. We did a thing called Random Acts of Kindness, or RAC, when we were kids. And so it was so fun. We'd have little challenges, and we'd like go out and do them. And so some of them are like, leave a candy cane with a track in a store. We went to Dollar Tree sometimes, and we like leave dollars around, and then like
with the 7 cents.
With the yeah, we would. And so we're hoping like a kid would find it, and then like be able to get something. You could also put like coins on a parking meter. We've done that, like little baggies. You can do anything with that, to be honest. And so those are some really fun ways just to like, even though you probably won't get noticed, it's just fun to like, kind of make someone's day.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know them.
Definitely. Number 13 would be to pay for the car behind you in the drive-thru, especially like coffee shop, maybe fast food, something like that. I mean, how cool would that be to like order something and then them be like, oh, it's paid for.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the coolest
fun.
thing ever. And I want to be that person that does that for someone.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's number 13.
That's very cool. Number 14, write a kind note to someone who means a lot to you or encourages you.
I have that right now too.
It's a good one, apparently. So there's so many people in our lives that like mean a lot. Like, not just our family, but like church family, older adults, even older like teens or peers, that it's very hard to take time to thank them. And so I think, especially at Christmas, we should reflect on those people. Even if you don't get them a gift, at least get them a note, tell them how much they mean to you, and just really like tell them how much of a blessing they are to you.
Yeah. Number 15 is to hand out or leave Christmas tracts around. I think a lot of Christmas tracts kind of, draw people's attention. They're special, specific. And I also would add to that, if you can like give them to a person and really say something about the true meaning of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just think of like little kids like handing people tracts and being like, Merry Christmas.
It's so cute.
You know, that's just so precious. But even, you know, we can do that too. Maybe even, you know, try to say something about like, I hope you're really touched this season and you remember, you know, the Savior and the meaning for why we celebrate Christmas or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Pro tip on that one. As you know, I've worked at Michael's for a while. And so, especially if you're buying like a lot of gifts anywhere, like retail or whatever, or even just like food, like if you're buying a big order, it's a lot less awkward if you actually talk than if you don't. So just talk like, what are you doing for Christmas? And then be like, oh yeah, like I'm going to my church service this Sunday. It's going to be a really fun deal. And then, you know, see where it goes. And like you said, just bring up like, oh, well, that's the true meaning of Christmas. And like, that's why I'm so excited like this time of year, you know? And so it's really simple this time of year to get in those conversations.
Yes, I agree.
Because Christmas is like celebrated worldwide, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's very easy at this time to do it. So we should definitely take advantage of it and just like, you know, at least just put it out there. Even if you're not like pushy, just like not be afraid to be open about it.
Very good.
For that, so 16, yeah. Okay, number 16. We also did this, but leave like a $5 bill at like a red box. That's really fun. And we would just like leave a track there. And we're just like, hope you enjoy a Christmas movie night with your family or something like that. That's just a fun way to, like, it's right there. The red box is there, you know, like it's all set. And then, you know, it's just on the house.
Number 17 is host a Christmas Bible study, which is a little bit different than these other ones, but still that can definitely be a blessing to people, even though it's most likely, you know, Christian friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really neat to reflect on Christmas, the meaning of Christmas, what it means to each other, you know, to talk about it and really reflect together on it and just be reminded of the reason for the season and just like, you know, really focus in on what truly matters.
Number 18. You can, this might be a little more simple. Number 18. You can make goodies, like baked goods, and deliver it to your neighbors. We don't see our neighbors a whole lot, but like every Christmas, we walk around, most of them, at least on our street, give them a plate of cookies or like banana bread or something like yummy and Christmassy. We just talk to them a little bit. We can also have those gospel Christmas conversations, which is really cool. And just like with that, you can even invite them to like, we're having a really special service, or like we're having a kids play, or like Christmas Eve, like, you know. And so that's also a really cool way to be a witness. But also, you know, they get cookies. So
yeah. My last one, number 20, is organize some sort of drive. This could be like you were already saying about hosting like Samaritan's Ministry, like shoeboxing party. That would be super cool. I was specifically thinking of my brother, Jonathan. He organized a
like a winter
food drive, clothing drive for a local shelter. And I thought that was super cool.
It was so cool.
It was so neat.
He had the idea. He figured out what they needed. He organized a list. He sent it out to all our family and friends. And, like, our church got involved.
Yeah.
And we got probably double what the goal was.
Yes.
It was so cool how, like, when there's a common goal, it's easier than just, like, what does this shelter need? But maybe you can take the work, figure out what they need, for any type of homeless shelter or like need-based shelter. Figure out what they need and just maybe organize a way that people can get involved, and then that'll make you be able to give more to the shelter than you could as well.
Right, and you're also helping others to be a blessing. You're making it easier for them, and together you can give more than you could have. Yeah, by yourself.
All right, final one, number 21. Give gifts to a lower income family. Now, again, this is one of my highlights of like Christmas as a kid. We had a lot of families in our church that were lower income for a while, and so it was so cool. Sometimes we do that in secret and just like drop off like tons of presents for like the girls 10, the boys 7, like what would they probably like, and, like gift cards for the parents, and that was really cool. And sometimes we even like delivered them in person. So that's always really cool if you're able to do that, even on a small level, like gift cards or like small gifts. Like that really is cool, especially for someone who doesn't have much. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's true. That is a really neat memory that I remember doing. And whatever you do, it's the heart that matters, and whatever you give is going to be a blessing to them. It doesn't have to be this big deal for any of these things we said. It can be very low key, but if you're really wanting to do it to glorify God and to point others to Him, that is just such a neat way that you can be a light for Him during this season.
Yeah. So. And I think for Christmas, it's so cool because, like, it's right here. Like, everyone's giving gifts. Everyone's, like, excited, most people. And so the fact that we actually have purpose behind our celebration, we can share that with others, I think it's just so cool. So hopefully you found some ideas from this video. I want to hear all your ideas because we have 21 ideas, but there's probably hundreds you could do. So let us know down below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in a video next week.